All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We got another ball release from 900 Global, and it's a pretty looking bowling ball. We have the Xponent Pearl. So the Xponent Pearl has that reverse 702 blend Pearl reactive cover stock wrapped around that same core that was seen in the original Xponent. The Xponent for me was pretty much like an IQ Tour shape from 900 Global. Maybe a little bit in between an IQ Tour and a Phase 2. I threw that on the fresh at Nationals. Obviously, Nationals are a little bit harder. And the ball read the lane very, very well. Now, mine is drilled pin over my bridge with the CG kicked. My Xponent that I will be throwing in the video is drilled over my ring finger, and it is stacked. So it's a little bit more tumbly off the spot, but that's what I wanted for, this harder lane conditions to blend them out. So, like I said, this is a good-looking bowling ball. Very good-looking bowling ball. But it's got that Pearl cover stock. Let's go see what it does. All right, guys. Like I said, we got this Xponent Pearl. It's a beautiful-looking bowling ball. And this is right after my harsh reality video. So they are probably going to be a little bit choppy just because harsh reality is so strong. Really, bro? Sorry, my mechanic was messing with me. But yeah, we have the Xponent Pearl we're going to be throwing today. Did throw it a little bit in league last night when they got a little choppy. And this video is going to be thrown after the harsh reality. So these are going to be a little choppy. So, but that's what the Xponent Pearl is made for. Getting really good at that. Getting really good at just keeping my hand behind it, going a little bit straighter on the lanes. All right, we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. But yeah, the Xponent Pearl, like I said, it's just can't get over how good looking this bowling ball is. And the Xponent was really good. It was a very versatile bowling ball, very chuggy in the mid lane, slow. This one is kind of the opposite. And as you can see, it's cleaner through the front. It's definitely more responsive than the original Xponent. Like I said, the Xponent was good for me blending out the lane conditions, whether it be wet, dry lane conditions or the flatter lane conditions, aka USBC Nationals. Where this one is going to be, a good addition where it's going to be a little bit weaker, probably than like the Zen line. And stuff like that. So let's keep throwing shots. Oh. Bam. Not my best effort, but it's an X on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Bam. Now, what I will say is this Xponent Pearl, when I threw it last night in league, I was very surprised and impressed with how much this thing hooked. It really felt like it was not going to stop hooking. That's pretty good. That's a good sign. Like I said, it's cleaner. It's more responsive. That's why 9-pin, I got a little twirly with that at the bottom. Didn't really roll that one as much as I've been trying to do or working on. And that's why I came off the spot a little bit harder and 9-pin. So we're going to keep throwing that. A couple more shots. See how far left we can get it. The only thing that I ran into, which house shots, it kind of runs into that, especially these kind of bowling balls. Is once I got too far left, it was just a little over-under just because of how clean it is and how responsive. So if it didn't see that mid lane the correct way, kind of wanted to miss it. That's what I was saying. That ball just nonstop hooks when it sees the friction. It's crazy. All right, so we're going to keep chasing them left. That was a good shot off my hand, so I'm going to try to move with how early that hooked. I'm going to try to move about 3 or 4 back to the left. So now we're sliding 35 category. Like I said, this is after the harsh reality. Really, really impressive. The Xponent wasn't a super aggressive bowling ball. Now the Xponent Pearl, again, not a super aggressive bowling ball as well, but it is what I call a lot of bang for your buck. I was talking with one of our staffers around here in the area, and he agrees with me watching videos. This ball is a huge bowling ball for the price point. Like that right there. That is incredible how much that hooked, and that's a great sign. Great sign. So, all right, let's go over, get into the Xponent. Like I said, Xponent drilled a little bit stronger. It's closer to my pap, but it is more chuggy in the middle lane. That first shot is just because I touched it up a little bit of surface just to kind of get it back to what essentially it was out of the box for me, which wasn't a lot, about 3,000. All right, we're just going, I'm going to move a couple left off that. Like I said, the surface is going to go away. Alrighty. Not a bad sign. Not a bad sign. Just really digs in the mid lane. But as you can see, it is a little bit more rolly off the spot. All right. So, like I said, we're going to keep going with this Xponent here. Really need to throw this ball more. My buddy Brady has one, and it looks filthy in his hands. So, we are going to move further left just because it is after that harsh reality video. Ball motion wise, you can definitely tell that Xponent reads the lane, reads the body, and it just rolls more off the spot, where the Xponent Pearl, the being a pearl, wants to kind of float through it a little bit more and definitely respond to that friction a little bit more drastically and responsively. There you go. Very good. Yeah, you can see that one I wrapped 10. Got to the spot and kind of went a little bit forward, kind of even a little burned up. Where sometimes when you run in, you're too far left. The ball kind of wants to, with any ball, phase twos, IQ tours, when you get too far left, it just doesn't have the continuation to, kick out that 10. So now, perfect example. We're going to get right into that Xponent Pearl. I'm going to move a couple left. It's going to respond a little bit more to the friction. And we're going to see if we can get that 10 out. It's a little bit in. There you go. Perfect example right there where the Xponent's good for blending out those lanes. Sometimes when you get too far left with that Xponent, it kind of wants to not go through the pins and 10 pin, where that Xponent Pearl will go through it and respond and kick out that 10. All right, Xponent versus Xponent Pearl. My opinion, from what I just saw, this has got to be the new 1-2 punch, in my opinion. Xponent, like I said, was kind of that staple in 900 Global's line, where you could drill it to be a little bit more aggressive down lane. You could drill it like I did, where it's a little bit more rolly off the spot for those trickier lane conditions, harder lane conditions, just to get it to really roll. And then now you have the Xponent Pearl that is cleaner through the front part of the lane. It packs a punch down lane. Very impressed with this ball. The Xponent, haven't really thrown it a whole lot just because we come out with so much stuff. And when I bowl on house shots or something like that, I tend to not throw the smoother stuff just because I tend to flat 10, or if I miss it, I'm going to flat 10 and stuff like that, where the quicker bowling balls like the Xponent Pearl will kick those pins out for me. So I usually throw TNT Infused, Sublimes, maybe even Blackout, even though it's a little bit slower, but it's still shiny, so it continues through the pins. This Xponent Pearl is disgusting. I think it's going to be a great ball for the lane transition when they start to transition and you have to open them up. Guys were already throwing them at the U.S. Open last week, I believe it was. And like I said, I think it's going to be a good 1-2 punch. I'm very, very impressed. I know I've said that a lot, but I'm very impressed with how this Xponent Pearl rolls, because it is a huge, huge bang for your buck when it comes to the pro shops. It's not a super high price point, but you're going to get a really, really strong, not as strong, but like I said, a lot of bang for your buck. So head over to your local pro shop. Like I said, get this February 16th. This is a beautiful looking bowling ball. It's got that Pearl Coverstock, flares a decent amount. And this ball is going to be a great ball for your transition right after the Sublime, Virtual Energy Blackouts, even Zen Gold labels. If you want something to go through that spot and really pack a good punch down lane, a lot of bang for your buck, you need this ball. I'm telling you, this ball is unbelievable. So head over to your local pro shop. Like I said, pre-order yours. It is available February 16th of this month. Also, too, head over to coolwick.com. Get yourself a Coolwick jersey. Use my code RMcCormick10 for 10% off your order. Sorry to make sure my mic was on. And then also, too, thank you to Krista and Lee Sant with Bowler X. They do a fantastic job taking care of their bowlers, their staffers, and anything that you guys need from a bowling standpoint, Bowler X has it. And also, too, thank you to Vice Inserts for giving me the best feel in the biz when it comes to my clear ovals, my thumb slugs, tape on my thumb, tape on my wrist. Thank you guys for giving me the best feel. So, like I said, you need Xponent Pearl. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.